Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Meredith Mynrose. I'm a universal healer and a peace visionary. Today we'll be doing a universal healing forecast for the sign of Leo. If you resonate to the sign of Leo, whether it is your sun sign, moon sign, ascendant, north node, whatever it is that you feel that you resonate to it. So this is a message for you guys. Yeah. So I'm just going to see if my voice is on. Yeah, it's on. Okay, we're gonna start with this one. Yesterday I took a wet wipe and then I kind of like cleaned this deck. Ooh, it's super shiny now. Seriously, like this deck, I mean, if you're a reader, a tarot reader, and you've used cards, especially the normal one, for like years, you will need to get a new one. So this is my second deck, the traditional one. Yeah, it's my second deck. The first deck, I keep it in my drawer and I clean it with a wet wipe. It's like a tea tree cleansing wipe, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I bathed my card. Ooh. So anyway, we're gonna use this later. But first, we're gonna shuffle with this one. So I hope everybody is doing well. I apparently just put on lipstick because I don't want to wear any more makeup. It's too much of a hassle, guys. So I think I have to take a little medicine before I start because I forgot. Don't forget. This is that I have an allergic to milk content, and I'm feeling this kind of like scratchy phlegm inside my throat. This is called activated carbon charcoal, and this helps to heal, to remove toxin in the body. Okay, so hopefully, because I already took one and it didn't kick in, and I'm supposed to drink hot water or tea, hot tea, to remove the phlegm in my throat. Because I had an incident. I think last week I had Subway. So this is small talk. Last week I had Subway and I accidentally forgot that Thousand Island is something I should be allergic to, because Thousand Island may have milk, lactose, something inside it, and I'm like, it was horrible. So no Thousand Island sauce on my sandwiches. I thought ranch was okay, and I'm like, screw it, I'm not even gonna take ranch. Maybe I'm just allergic to preservatives. Maybe I'm just allergic to preservatives, I'm not sure, but I am definitely allergic to milk. Oh yeah, I went to get dinner. So it's 5 day. I haven't left the house. So today is the 5th day, and I left at night. Also, I had to start the car because if you don't start your car after like how many days, you might the battery might die. So I had to start the car, and I drove my car, and then I went to get food. I think the fish burger I had something like Thousand Island. No wonder. I was gonna save the food for after I finish my video, because usually doing this thing is quite draining. So that's why I'm like, last time when I did it, I'm like, oh my god, I am so hungry, and I was so tired, and I couldn't like figure out what to cook. So I came prepared. For the past few videos, I came prepared. I keep cookies, but now I ran out of it. So what I do have is I have a scone and I have an apple pie in case I got real hungry. because like doing these readings, it is draining, guys. So in case like you guys don't know, um, um, one of the main reasons I don't come and do these readings often is because of my energy level. So yeah. So right now, I've rested, I've taken time to relax, and then I have energy to do some work, and I'm doing some work. I don't have any preliminary messages for Leo, but as I'm shuffling, I'm connecting to the universe to ask the energy of the Leo for what's the best energy message for Leos. What's the best universal healing forecast for Leo? I think some of you guys are Leo out there, so hopefully this message resonates. I think I'm gonna take these lozenges. I think I was so tired and I had to like go with my family to court for this signing of papers and stuff, important papers. And I was like asking everybody, do you guys have this thing? My throat is so sore. I went to gym yesterday and I was so tired, and now I have to wake up this damn early to follow you guys, and I'm like so tired. I was like so tired. And then all of us had to like stay in the same car. Like all my family members were in that car. It was like, yeah. Anyway, it fits all of us, 5 of us. I don't know. The only person who's not there is just my dad. Because he passed away. I'm so melodramatic. I don't mean to be melodramatic, but you know, life is life. There's no such thing as immortality unless you're like in heaven, then you're immortal. Okay, let's ask the universe, what is a message for the sign of Leo? What is a message for the sign of Leo? I might lit up a Palo Santo if I find it. I think I'll lift it up first. And I pulled 7 out. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's this here. No, it's not. It's here. Do I have a container? No, not really. But it's okay. I'll dump it on one of this. It's leftover lemongrass water. Okay, guys. Oh right, I forgot. One of these days, if I have energy, I'm going to go on live stream here without making it private and publishing it later, because you guys can tell me like what time you are free. And I will come online and do tarot readings. If you guys are like joining me, come and join me. And I mean, you guys can donate if you like, but if you just want it for fun, no worries. Just kind of come and join the fun, and like have readings from me, and let me know if like I'll choose some pre-decks. I'll pre-choose some decks, and you guys can like choose the decks that you want. Like, you know, the dragon, I always love to work with the dragons. And then the unicorn. I don't really have a fairy deck yet, but I do have a deck in mind. Or if you wanna like present me some decks, I really have like a wish list on Book Depository, and then you guys can buy me decks. And to those who have bought me decks, thank you. Because one of you bought me Kuan Yin deck, so thank you. Oh, it's still right there. So, I think I know your name is Peter Sorensen or something like that. Thank you so much to Mr. Sorensen, all the way from Scandinavia. Can't remember the country. Sorry. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna email you real soon. Because I think the last email I had, I'm not sure, was like January. And now it's like almost April. Okay. Can you guys hear my baby birds? They're not babies anymore, so. Okay. We're good to go. What time is it? It's 50 minutes in. Here in my channel, we are all chillaxing people. When you come into this zone, you enter a zone of chill. Sometimes it's a zone of no chill, but a lot of ranting and raging and like drama bullshit, and like, you know, we are just like expressive and passionate and whatever. So here are your cards. You have 8 of Knights. You have 8 of Knights in reverse. You have Hermit in reverse. You have Knight of Cups in reverse. So all the this. Also reverse is King of Cups. Oh shit, damn, Leo, are you okay? You have 10 of Knives in reverse. But it's bad cards, it's like reverse. Some are like bad cards. 2 of them are like bad cards. And then there's 7 of Knives. What are 7 of Knives? It's upright, it's upright. Fuck, Leo. So much freaking knives. Okay, this makes me want to like 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm going to pull out 10 cards for you guys on this deck. So we're going to pull out 3 more cards. I did not do this. I did not arrange all the knives together. What the hell? Okay. Did you see me shuffle just now? Okay, this is Queen of Pentacles, that's okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. You have Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Next, we're gonna use my beautiful, newly wet wiped deck. Tarot deck. 8 of Knives, Hermit, Knight of Cups, King of Cups, 10 of Knives, so many knives, so many knives. It's like 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5 out of 10 is a lot, and it's mostly reversed. I mean, I don't know, like, it's kind of good that it is reversed. But still, there's like 3 of Knives, Heartbroken or Betrayal, and there's 6 of Knives. What is 6 of Knives about? Guys, I am so sorry. I have to remember what the traditional tarot card means. The 5 of Knives or what? So sorry. Some people have their own habits and personalities with tarot. For me, I don't remember the words, but I remember the pictures. And like, you know, songs, some people remember the title but don't know the music. For me, I don't remember the title but I know the tune. So everybody has this kind of like personality with how they carry preferences in their life. Some people prefer comfort, some people prefers fashion and luxury, or like high fashion, so they will squeeze themselves into something really tight so that they would look like really sharp, trendy, fashionable. So yes, for me, why I'm explaining this is because I have no clue. Oh right, I remember Seven Knives. It's the thief card. Like in when tarot readers connect to the divine source, they have their own like vibe. For me, and that makes them have a interpretation that they already kind of like personalize and customize. So that's why when you want to get a reading done by a reader, you have to know that you like their style. Yes. So Seven of Knives is actually this kind of like this attempt to run away with something. There's like 10 of Knives. You attempt to run away with something. There's also 8 of Knives. 10, 8, 9. For me, are you cutting your losses? Okay, we don't know the whole story. We're going to pull out all these new cards up. Yep. 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 And there might be a female involved. And disappointment. Unrealized expectations. You still have the 10 of Swords in reverse. It could be good or bad, I'm not too sure right now, but I'm going to figure it out. There's 9 of Cups, the Fool in reverse, Emperor in reverse. So much anger, Leo. Oh, now I know what is 6 of Swords. It's a new beginning. It's like a birthday energy. Or like traveling to a new destination energy. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, sadness, disappointments. 10, the Moon. Okay, this energy is freaking cannot kunut cannot. Leo, I think, are you guys like suppressing a lot of shit? You're like, I'm alright, everything's gonna be alright, but you're like semi nervous, anxious, but like you're alright, you're gonna be alright. It's like one thing that I recently write, denying reality is self-deception. And I think that's a perfect moment for right now, because I think you guys are pretending everything's okay when it's not. Maybe because of the quarantine, right? The lockdown. The world is on semi very important lockdown, movement control order to kind of like stabilize the infection rate of this virus. Oh gosh. I didn't go out for like 5 days. And we're halfway through. Not really. Tuesday we're halfway through. It's already Monday. So we're getting there. Today's officially day 13 of the lockdown. Like I went out to go get some stuff. I did not go out more than like 6 kilometers away from my home, because I just go out into the front of my neighborhood, which has a lot of shops. A very like, you know, like we have Starbucks and Coffee Bean and McDonald's and Burger King in front of my neighborhood, because apparently while I was gone, the retail stores in front of my house start to be developed very fast, and then big big brands are like coming over to my neighborhood. Okay, I want to tell you guys, you're definitely swallowing a lot of pain and anger. What could help you? Leo is the energy of fire, right? I mean, your element. Your element is fire, right? You have a lot of anger and pain. Anger is fire, but pain is like negative earth element. How do I hold this? Because I don't have any place that won't melt if I put it. Or burn. Oh yeah, I can put it, but okay, I'll just put it into this. Oh shit! Okay, I didn't burn myself. Okay, so we're gonna pull out the last deck, this deck, and then we're gonna figure out why are you going through this deep anger and pain? What has happened? The last card with the Queen of Pentacles and Ace of Wands, unrealized expectations. As Leo, you are angry and you're in pain because something you want did not materialize. Something you want did not happen. I could feel all the energies from like the Emperor, the Death card. I'll show you guys how negative this shit is. This is the Emperor. This is card number 15. You have the Death card. And you have this card. Even as I hold this energy, it's like you guys are like diabolically upset. And there's the Moon card. So there's this intense hatred and anger. Woo, 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 woo. If you see what I see, do you see what I see? If you see what I see, the Ten of Knives is just on top of the Emperor. So it feels like the Emperor betrayed, feels like he feels betrayed, but it's only his unrealized expectation because his unrealistic reality failed his unrealistic expectation. I'm not too sure. Let's figure it out with the third deck. Also, do not shoot the messenger. I'm only the messenger. If you want to go and shoot something else. In here, like, negative things exist, and negative feelings exist, and negative experiences exist. Life is not a cherry ball, or cherry bomb, or a cherry on a cupcake. So, apparently, things did not go your way. But there's no need to deny reality, but we'll see what comes up, right? I gotta move this. Did I like finish? I'm not sure. It is Leo card. Guys, do you think that I already sliced it? I'm not sure. I feel like I did. If I see the third one, I want to say yes, but I'm gonna shuffle again. I did this. After the third one, Okay, universe, I'm gonna focus on shuffling without talking. Because I was multitasking just now. Okay, guys, I'm gonna slice it. I'm gonna take the top bit and pull out, and all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Alright, guys. Oh, you have the devil in reverse. Okay. You have the chariot in reverse, and then you have 10 of wands in reverse, and then you have the wheel in reverse, and then you have 9 of wands upright, and then you have the world upright, and then you have queen of wands reverse, and then you have the judgment reverse, and then you have the 3 of cups reverse, and then you have the temperance in reverse. What is the real message here for Leo? Did I say that last time in my previous universal healing forecast, either for Aquarius or Leo, that you guys have to really work on your spirituality? There's a lot of really heavy energy here. I don't know which heavy energy I want to pick first to speak about. But if I don't read from the last spread that I just put out, I won't understand the first and the second. So I'm gonna have to go to the heavy, darkest reading. Okay? Okay. Why is there a devil card in reverse? And then there's a chariot card in reverse. And then there's a 10 of wands. And then, crazy enough, there's also the wheel reversed. There's also 9 of wands upright. Are you scared of the past haunting you? Okay. And then you have the world. And then you have the queen of wands reverse. And then you have the judgment reverse. So I don't really get why you have a lot of reverse major arcana, and I'm trying to gauge if it's good or bad, because I mean, I'm leaning toward bad a bit because of all the heavy energy that I kind of like sense and feel and pick up, because it wasn't something that makes me feel like, yay, it's good news, guys. No, 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 no. But maybe during this time, while you guys are like, maybe you are affected by the plague viral thing going around in our global wide world, worldwide, is hankering your positive vibes a bit. Maybe this is showing that you're like moody. There's also 3 cut reverse. There's also temperance. So if temperance were reversed, you have indulged in something that may have been very harmful to you or to someone else. And there's also a strong sense of betrayal in this spread, because there is 8 of knives or 9 of 9. Is there 9? There's 9 of cups reverse. So there's a lot of disappointment here. And then there's 10 of knives reverse. Both cards came up. So this needs no explanation. So reverse, upside down. I don't want to sound drastic, but it looks like there's a lot of your power, the power you feel that you've achieved. So the emperor falling. So it feels like Leo, some of you, it could be you, or it could be somebody you know. You could be on the other side of the story. So when I'm explaining the negative points, maybe you're on the other role. Okay. So it feels like the emperor is falling. It feels like the emperor's new groove. You know that story where the emperor was fooled and he was very smug. The emperor's new groove. The emperor was very smug, like the emperor is like very foolish and very smug looking. So this is not, I am not hating on Leo. What? Okay, never mind. And there is this energy here, and this is upright, so it must mean a good thing, I think. Two of Wands is usually like, oh, new beginning. So it feels like when you had this new beginning, you were a bit smug. You were a bit, can I say like cocky or arrogant? I'm not. You know, some Leos, you know, it's so easy to like blindside them with praises. They're not like humble. Some Leo are not humble, but they think they could be. I am not me. Don't blame Meredith. Blame the universe for telling you this message. Don't blame Meredith. I am not me. I'm just a messenger using the universe energy, using Meredith's body, so I am not me. The things I said, I'm pretty sure is gonna like tickle people the wrong way. So I'm sorry in advance for all the sad feelings you may feel, but I am not me. I'm a messenger. Okay, using Meredith's body to speak. And I am aware, Meredith is aware. Something changed in your life and you didn't think that you would lose your emperor's new groove. You thought that your success would be forever. You thought that you could walk away from something of your past with something that you had. You thought you could walk away from a situation with no karmic bindings. There's a lot of karmic energy here, and I'm like, should I tell you or should I not tell you? I'm gonna connect to the archangels, because this is the work of an angel, because there's so much diabolical energy here. I mean, when I am like pulling this out, this is heavy as F, and then this came out. So I'm like, okay. And then just not like that, we also have the death card. And we also got the moon card, so that's like, okay. But you actually have the world, but I'm not too sure. I want to make my readings positive, but what the heck is this? Cheers. This is a detox tea. I'm trying to clear my throat as well, so I need to drink hot water. I'm not too sure how drinking coffee and hot tea would feel like in my stomach. I hope it's gonna be okay. Okay. I'm starting to see the second layer. So there's 8 layers of energy in this reading. I'm only starting to see the second layer. So the other 6, we're gonna try and get there. But we're gonna call the archangels. What we're gonna call is the Archangel Raphael. Because there's a lot of negative energy in the heart. So Archangel Raphael, could you please translate this reading? So this is the link to the Cancer energy, possum energy. So Archangel Raphael is saying that this links to the possum energy. The possum is that energy is saying like what the Archangel Raphael was saying was that you guys knew what you did was wrong, but you didn't care anyway, and now something. So it was like the possum energy. They knew what they did was wrong, but they didn't care. So 8 of Knives, Hermit, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, and then King of Cups. So I feel like your past is coming to catch up to you. It's like, I don't know if you're a playboy, Leo. Are you a playboy? Or if you're a woman, Leo, are you a playgirl? Have you been cheating and playing with people's heart that you never had the intention to love them back, but you just kind of like love when people love you? You kind of like give these freebies, free samples with no intention of like selling them the whole product. So you're just like giving people samples of your love, but you're not really committing in the long term or something. If any of you feel otherwise, you can just kind of like talk to me on the comments or something, because there's so much mask in here, and I'm like, I don't know what is happening, but there is so much mask. Either you're wearing a lot of mask, which you kind of like every time you meet other people, you're going to show a different mask. So the challenge here is that the reading that I'm doing right now is telling me that the Leos are wearing a lot of masks. Tester and sampling tester. Are you okay, bird? Are you drinking water? My bird is like, sometimes after they drink water, they would like sneeze. Sometimes they dunk. Okay, so I've unlocked a new level for my birds. The new level is that my bird will dunk its buttocks into the water and they will bath into the very small bowl of water that I put in. They will bath inside it. So I've unlocked a new level for my bird. Imagining it's like a game where you unlock very weird, cool levels where, oh, now my birds can shower themselves. Yes. Okay. So we're getting to the third level. The third level out of 8 level. So Archangel Raphael is showing me how you have superficial relationships with the inability to be vulnerable. You show people what they want, but it's not really what you want. Archangel Raphael is saying something like, your relationship is only surface value, but not really authentic. And Archangel Raphael is saying the reason why that is because you don't have an authentic, genuine relationship with yourself. Why? Why is it? So before I move on and continue, Meredith wants to say that everybody has a different level. You may have a genuine relationship with yourself, but some other people in the sign of Leo may not have. So it depends on how much work and effort you have put into your spiritual growth. Some of this that I'm saying may not resonate to you, but only a little bit percentage may resonate to you. So that's what Meredith is saying, me is saying, and I'm going to let the universe take over. So Archangel Raphael is saying that because you do not have an authentic relationship with yourself, for example, you don't listen to your heart, but you listen to your ego, and all this while you thought that you were living from your truth, but actually you're living from your ego, and it's a very harsh bruise to your soul. And right now your soul is so deep in pain is because you realize that you weren't being authentic, because there were a part of you that you never realized were a part of you, that you've been taking advantages of people and like abandoning and neglecting how they feel because it serves you, your need. And it's like possum, they don't care what you're doing wrong, and then you start to see that possum vibe of yourself, your personality, that you're like a possum energy. I'm trying to remember what I said about possum energy, the Cancer sign. Aries. Fire elements. I'm gonna, where's my phone? Phone is charging. So I think Aries and Leo and Sagittarius is a fire element. So I'm on the right track. Okay. So they're saying that the fire element in astrology, they are starting to see that they're using people and they don't care that it hurts people because it serves their agenda, it serves your need. So all of this card that says Eight of Knives is like being like, the only best way for me to show you is through the traditional deck. Oh, I just love how clean this thing is. Ugh. I probably have to like clean it again, but it's okay. I love how it's so clean right now. Last year, when I cleaned this, I Palo Santo each card. Now I just wet wipe each card because I was using it outside before the lockdown happened, and I'm like, maybe I should because it's already a little bit dirty. So this is Nine of Swords. So it's like nightmares. You have trouble sleeping. You got nightmares. So this is it. Either you make somebody feel like this or you are like this. But right now, I feel like you may have made somebody feel like this because Leo, you have power to... Leo, you're like an extrovert in some ways, but because you wear many masks, with some people you don't show them that you're extrovert. So it's hard for people to gauge you. People who could really help you change, it's hard for them to gauge and help you because you only show them, you don't show them the mask you wear in public, you show them the mask you wear customized for themselves. So I feel like if you have a tendency to be narcissistic, you probably need to like wake up to it. Because the Archangel Raphael is really saying that you're starting to realize that you're seeing a part of yourself that you never saw, and you saw how it hurt people. And karma is catching up to you because you broke someone's heart. So I think the first layer is about someone who gave you trust and you broke their trust. And you ran off with something of value. And you thought that you could get away with this newfound confidence. But like the emperor's new groove, you fool yourself on the way of denying reality is self-deception. So you deny the true reality and you deceive yourself. At the same time, you are the emperor who was very foolish and smug. You had this confidence that didn't match your true reality. And the new beginning you thought that you would achieve by having a new career or having a new journey, this one, the new beginning that you thought like you're gonna be a worker, this new beginning or new life come as a disappointment or not. So this is the deal. You guys have to put in the missing puzzle pieces of the storyline with your own experiences and tell me what you think. And there's the moon card. So a lot of emotional turbulences with the second layer. So now we're in the fifth layer. So I'm explaining to you deeper and deeper, fifth layer now. So we're gonna talk about the last spread of the card. Your past is catching up to you. Why I say that is because the devil, the chariot, 10 of wands, burdens, and then the wheel in reverse. This one, the devil, the chariot, sorry, was it chariot? Chariot. And then the 10 of wands, and the wheel. The past is catching up to you. Do we have the judgment card? Yes, we do have the judgment card. So I feel like this whole energy now is like the judgment energy. The judgment energy is like a spiritual energy where the world is in chaos. And right now, if there was such thing as World War III, it would be this spiritual war people have with their fear, their beliefs, their inner demons, and then some of us all here are like locked in our own houses to face the judgment of our soul. So Archangel Raphael can come back in to explain the rest. So Archangel Raphael is saying that there's this ugly, harsh bruise to your soul. There's this ugly, harsh bruise to your soul, because you're seeing that it does matter how people feel at the cost of your greed. So there is no card on this tarot reading about greed, but there is definitely some type of control that you may want to achieve in life. And because you want that to achieve that control in life, you may have used people to get where you want to go, and you may have sacrificed people to get there. You may have harmed those people, and there's this energy of Queen of Wands of betrayal. So there's a energy that you betray from a female. Or male, in case you're a girl. So Archangel Raphael is saying we're getting to the 6th and initial 7 layer out of 8 now. So Archangel Raphael is saying as you become remorseful, as you become more remorseful and aware of your indulgence. Okay, the opposite of temperance, how I pick up the meaning, is indulgence. You're too heavy on the indulgence. Archangel Raphael is saying that as you become remorseful of your indulgence, of using people, of hurting people, of using people as a means to an end, rather than respecting them and respecting their boundaries and asking them, what are you comfortable with? If I ask you this, would you accept this? Or in the beginning of the spread is that you are very angry and you're in pain because you have unexpected, you have a reality that was very disappointing. There is these expectations you have that was not met. Something you want that did not happen. But you did attempt to make it happen. And in the process of doing that, you've hurt somebody. I'm not sure who. You have to tell me if you want to. So Archangel Raphael is saying that in order for you to learn this spiritual lesson, is that you have to come into this humble you have to come into this humble remorse. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's a spiritual enlightening choice for you, then obviously yes. But okay. You have to come into a humble remorse. Still don't feel that's the right word though. You have to go through a humble awakening. Because the pain you hurl, or the mischievous, malicious manipulation you do onto others, it'll somehow bite you back in the ass. That's why karma is catching up with you, or like your past is catching up with you, which is like the wheel in reverse. Chariot. The energy wheel is like cycle, and chariot is emotion, and like the devil in reverse. You do have a choice to grow out of your um, life lessons, and this could be a life lesson for you that teaches you how to choose a spiritual path where on another page of your spiritual journey is that you understand that in order for you to achieve something, you don't necessarily ignore how people feel in order for you to get something. You start to accommodate being pleasant and accommodate the feeling of other people, the respect of other people. You start to take into account, you start to put yourself in other people's shoes and recognize how they would feel if they figure out that I'm using them. How would they feel if they figure out that I have a different, I paint a different picture on who I think they are? Because you may feel like you have this confidence, you may feel like you're on top of the world, you may feel like you're this emperor with this powerful position, with this kind of like larger than life attitude because you were very smug perhaps. You may feel this confidence and this kind of like I'm better than you feeling, that you will feel superior to the people who you use. But are you sure you are superior? Because again, like I said, the emperor's new groove, this person achieved his confidence by using people, and in the end, this person, this emperor, denying reality is self-deception. So you end up not hurting them, not hurting just them, but you end up hurting yourself because you were having this cocky behavior and confidence that didn't match your reality. It did not match your reality. Your confidence did not match your reality because you were not humble on the right opportunity to be humble. You were not humble. So, I mean, you can look it up yourself how Leo, they kind of like love being praised, love being, but they're also like, so like you can go and study the Leo. If you're a Leo rising or Leo moon, if you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, you can just kind of like, this is not for me, this is like BS for me. It's okay. It can be BS for you because it may not be for you. But if it is, then don't get angry at me. This is just a message. So you're angry and you're in pain, you're resentful because you deceived yourself, because the person you want to keep deceiving realize your true colors, that you're not all that. You're not all that emperor like, because you're the emperor's new groove. You say you're going to do something, but you never did. You say something, but you never own up to that commitment. People recognize that you are just a time waster. So sorry for saying that with such a like that. I'm so sorry, but this is just the message, okay? I'm not saying sorry with a smile. Don't worry, Leo. Don't worry. I'm so sorry. Damn it, I have to stop saying sorry. But know this. Everybody have a fuck up experiences in life, and this could be your fucked up cycle in life, and you're gonna learn. If you don't learn, you're gonna repeat, and then you're gonna keep learning until you realize what you need to realize. Then no harm done. It's like, it is harmful, it is painful, it is fucked up, that life is life. Don't copy me. My last bird that I got named Jade, she's quite intelligent. Sometimes I think she mimics me when I speak. Because you know, budgies are like parrot zebras. Zebra parrots. They're a type of parrots as well. They can sing. Like my last budgie, before I went to Europe, I had a pair of budgie. They could sing the song Sweet Dreams. Okay, so we're getting to the 7th layer of 8. 7 and in the middle of the 7th layer. So we're getting to the point where we're gonna close this reading. So this is just how I do my readings. Should I teach tarot readings? I feel like that might make me some side income, so people can do their own tarot readings. Should I? Are you guys interested? I've done it before. So, Archangel Raphael, should I continue with you? I think it's Archangel Metatron. Do you want a compassionate reading, or do you want a smack in your face reading? Blunt reading. Ugh. When I say smack in the face, I kind of like remember when I was in McDonald's, these people were like smacking each other in the face while they're making food. So I was like thinking of, should I report this to McDonald's branch and say that they're using the same glove to make food while like smacking each other in the face? So anyway, so the last layer, we might be finishing this in 15 minutes, is Archangel Metatron is saying something like, learn to love people and not use them. Learn to be selfless, learn to be helpful, and learn to be generous. If you think you have done it, do even more. Yeah. Learn to help people, learn to love them, and learn to be generous. If you think you've done it, do more. Learn to put your needs aside and put other people first. It is a pathway to build an authentic connection because it will be mutual. When the other person feels they are heard, respected, valued, appreciated, you get to build a better, genuine relationship with others. And that shows that you are not using them, manipulating them to do you favors, or taking advantage of them, and you are not wasting their time because you promised them something but you did not deliver, and they end up helping you, and then they feel like it's a lost cause and they don't trust you anymore. And you may have felt special because everybody's helping you, everybody's showing you praises and making you feel important, but they would realize that you are not reliable, dependable, a person of commitment, a person of true worth, a person who are true to their words. So entering the last layer, 8, Archangel Metatron is saying, archangel. Ah, I just wiped my lipstick. Ah, then there's this some lipstick, so I don't have to put it apply it. Where was I before? I think it is important for you to learn your lesson by your karma catching up to you, because um, without this lesson, you wouldn't have changed. Without this lesson, you wouldn't have learned. Without this, you may have even endanger and harm more people in the long run if you didn't learn this lesson now. So take it as like a form of spiritual judgment or spiritual intervention, that something has happened to you that causes you to feel pain, anger, or grief, or sorrow, losses. It definitely kick you in where it hurts. It definitely kick your ego to the side, and you're distant or to be perceived as all the superficial values, where maybe you're like handsome, or maybe you were strong, maybe you were successful in some areas of your life. I don't know really. Like, I don't know for you personally, Leo, like what you attach your self-worth with, but it definitely is showing you that your self-worth was not made from integrity. Your self-worth was made from you using people and manipulating people, and hurting people in the process of feeling powerful, feeling super special, feeling important, feeling grand, feeling like you're the king of the world. When your self-worth wasn't built from genuine, honest values, honest human values like generosity, selflessness, helpfulness, um, kindness. So you're gonna learn how to be a humble human being, they say. Angels are saying you're gonna learn how to be a humble human being. This is you. This is you taking the time to kind of like look at all the past mistakes, the problems that you face that creeps up back to you. And this is you, the journey that you're going to go through, that says all of this is a lesson for me to feel better and peaceful in my world. So your challenge is to be a humble human who creates their self-worth from genuine human values like kindness, generosity, helpfulness, lovingness, friendliness. So the universe wants you to carry yourself as an equal and not as a prophet, not as um, not as a king on a throne, not this guru, not this spiritual leader, not this cult leader or this boss. You are human first, and your challenge is to build your self-worth from authentic, beautiful, moral values of a human, not of the dark, egoistical side of Ha, I got away with tricking him. I got away with manipulating people and use them for their self-esteem. Ha, I managed to butter up these people and then I get something out of it. Ha, I treat this person special to fool them that I love them, but instead they're like giving me this special treatment because they thought that blah blah blah, and I'm like, huh, I gained something from this. So it's all about this kind of like greed that is your blind side. You're greedy about power, you're greedy about feeling being treated as special, you're greedy about um, owning, dominating. Like, you know, the Leo, like the dark side of the Leo, he could be like, you're like Mufasa maybe. You're this Mufasa who hurts the society or community. I'm not saying that all of you are, and if you feel triggered, then find a reason why you're triggered. Maybe there is some level of truth to what I'm saying, or if you just don't believe it, then cut this video short, go and take a breather, and find other tarot readers who can help you listen, who can help you better than I can. Maybe I'm just talking BS, but I'm not the one who clicked this video. So I hope that you guys understand the drift. So we are ending the video. Last thing I can mention is find a spiritual mentor who can see through your bullshit. Find a spiritual mentor who you don't manipulate or abuse. Find a spiritual mentor who you don't manipulate, abuse, or deteriorate. I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point. Find a mentor that can see through all your masks and see the darkness inside you. And I'm pretty sure it might be hard, but you know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So the darkness, you also have to own up to your darkness. I think that's important. And you also need to own up to your darkness. It's like your challenge is to remove all the masks. You know, like if you watch The Mask, the movie by Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz, this energy is like you're the mask, you're that mask. You have so many faces. It's hard to pin down your soul and help you be someone honest. As your challenge. Being honest, down to earth, humble to the core of your being. That's your spiritual challenge. The last thing is that ask yourself, how many masks are you wearing, and how did you learn to put this mask up, and that connects to your childhood trauma. And what pain is underneath the mask you put up and the behavior you show to people. What mask? Study the mask, study the pain, study the ego, and then you realize that underneath that is a very beautiful value you can nurture, you can develop, and you can cherish, and that will become your pathway to becoming a humble, bold, filled with integrity leader for yourself and the world. That is the journey for you to become a humble leader, a successful leader, a positive leader, because you learn to study the mask of your ego, and you're like, okay, I behave like this because you connect it to your trauma or to a very angry past situation, why you develop this negative behavior that harms and hurt people. And then you're gonna say, hey, this is my mask. I'm gonna study why I have this negative pattern, why people do not like this side. And then you're going to learn to nurture the ego into faith, into love, into positive energy, into humble, kind, beautiful value that makes you a beautiful human being. And that is my last message. And you are on the journey to become better. Okay, everybody. So my name is Meredith Mynrose. I'm a universal healer and a peace visionary. If you are interested to have a session, you can check out my website. If you want a reading, email me for a session as well, or check out my website. If you have a comment, share it down below. If you have negative comments, blah blah blah, bye bye bye. I mean, thank you. What else can I say, guys? Good luck. Good luck, and I hope that you find the message you need in this video, in this Universal Healing Forecast for late March. I guess it's like late March to late April. I seem to come on and do video when it's right for me in the universe. So there may be some months I don't do this, but I'm pretty sure everybody's holding up okay. If not okay, you can always email me and ask me for a session. Okay, I'm gonna do this later. So I don't have anything else to say, but wishing you all the best, and I will see you in my other Universal Healing Forecast. For now, thank you and goodbye.